Hi there, sports fans again. Do you have to do that? I don't do that to you. All right.
I do it over here. I don't do it in front of you.
Stop it. All right. We have a special treat today. We have Dr. What's your name again?
Rabbi
Rosenberry. Sorry, I slipped on that one. And we have the Rosenberg Singers, better known as We Have Faith or something. What do you call them?
These are the Keep the Faith Singers.
Right on.
Tom Luminello, Emily Teller, and Ellen Hardy. And we're going to sing Who Needs Science, which is a song that I wrote because I felt those who believe that global warming is a hoax needed a song.
Don't look at me.
Everyone in society needs a voice. You're a meteorologist, you know better, you don't count.
Should have been a urologist, what the hell?
Or a meologist. When we've got God, science scares us and science prods. Words of doom that science utters, claims that fumes will heat the sky until it sputters. Why blame business or fault our friends? Spring and sunshine will never end, but if droughts and storms become our norms, we will pray together for better weather. Who needs science when we've got God? God will help us to buck the odds. Who believes these bold predictions? Who conceives these scenes that feel like science fiction? We're not easily mesmerized nor inspired to change our lives. If the earth gets marred in ice and fire, let the band keep playing and we'll keep praying. Who needs science when we've got God?
Who needs science when we've got God? God will help us to buck the odds. Who believes these bold predictions?
Who conceives these scenes that feel like science fiction?
We're not easily mesmerized nor inspired to change our lives. If the earth gets marred in ice and fire, let the band keep playing and we'll keep praying. Who needs science when we've got God?
Very good. Very good. I think you should record that. I don't know where, but no, you should. It's very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. But don't overdo it with the thank you, please.
I remove one of my thank yous.
The check's not in the mail yet, so relax. All right. So I think we're taking a break now. Or I'm taking a break. All right, we're back. Will you stop it? All right. I wanted to talk about the severe weather they had in the South on Tuesday, especially. I know that up here in Boston, it's more important to talk about the, let's see, the Red Sox, the Celtics, the Bruins, and Pablo Sandoval's waistline. He only weighs 300 pounds now. You know, come on, who cares about all this? All right. They're still doing surveys down in Louisiana. And they said the tornadoes may be long-track tornadoes, and that's defined as basically as a path of 24 or more miles. That's it's a long path. And sometimes they get counted twice, and they think one of them was counted twice. So it comes up, and then somebody sees it downstream, and they think that it's, and they think that it's a different one, but it's not. And there are at least there were at least 9 tornadoes just in Louisiana. And there were 4 of them were EF2s, and EF is the enhanced Fujita scale. Thank you. One more time. Fujita. Yes, thank you. From the University of Chicago, it was, in 1970, he came up with a scale, the Fujita scale, and then they enhanced it because they changed it to take into account basically what material the building is made out of. You know. All right? Okay. So there are 6 categories, EF0 to EF5. And an EF2, the wind speed is 111 to 135 miles per hour, which would make it rough trying to catch a pop-up. All right? And a tornado can go down one side of the street and then miss the other side. Unbelievable. I think it hit a trailer park, one of these. It also hit a Gold's Gym. Are we sponsoring them?
No.
A Gold's Gym, and it blew out the wall. There was one near, Louis Armstrong Airport, New Orleans. And so there. Then they had them in Mississippi and Pensacola, Florida got involved. And last night, North Carolina, Virginia got involved. And they had one in Providence? You sure about that?
Somewhere up here.
Oh,
I
somewhere
believe.
up here. That's good. You can be my
Somewhere in
navigator
New
on
England.
another run. Thank you. But I know they had the potential up into Connecticut, or Kennecott. All right. So, and today we had a nippy. Yesterday, the warm front came through, and the temperature jumped finally from 36 to 62. That's quite a jump, huh? The wind started howling in about 3. About 3. You look like one too, the werewolf. And about 3 in the morning or so, there was thunder. I woke up, but the person next to me, okay. And then this morning it was an Arctic 58. And then it went up to 62, then it got really cold this evening, 55. Which is, the normal high is 41. We're going to try, it could be very well a repeat next week with the warm air coming all the way up. All right. Now, would you do the German thing first?
Sure.
Then we can go.
The
This
German
is,
thing.
and some people, you remember Adolf Hitler? What did he write?
Mein Kampf.
The Struggle.
Yes.
All right. It was banned for 70 years. The state of Bavaria, I believe, had the...
Would you like to read it?
No, I don't, because it's too small. Go right ahead. Now we're going to have Niki read about it. This is serious. Read the headline.
Mein Kampf, a top seller in Germany. Reprinting Adolf Hitler's autobiography, Mein Kampf, or My Struggle, was long prohibited in Germany, a country that considered the book too dangerous to be read. Now, it's a German bestseller. An annotated version ranks second in nonfiction on the German weekly Der Spiegel's bestseller list, which is considered an authority in German literature circles. German bookstores have not been promoting the book, with some actually hiding it from customers, according to a BBC report in January. Others ordered only a single copy, but online sales picked up and in-store sales soon followed. The German copyright for Mein Kampf was held by the state of Bavaria, which upheld a ban on reprinting the book for 70 years. The book that is topping the German bestseller list is far different from Hitler's original version. The new 2,000-page edition is heavily annotated with remarks by experts to help put Hitler's comments in context. The publishers believe this solution exposes Hitler's destructive and violent ideology.
Well, I think the publishers are dreaming. What about
Today's
you?
right-wing movements, which include the Alternative für Deutschland Party, whose leadership recently advocated for shooting refugees at the German border, have so far refrained from using Hitler's ideology to justify their contemporary goals.
So far.
So far.
This is unbelievable. History repeats itself. Huh?
It does often. You go
Because
through the
people don't pay
centuries.
attention. Napoleon walked into Russia, he got nailed. The Nazis walked in. Oh, we'll get this over by fall, right?
Yeah.
All right. It wasn't. It was the. They had a brutal winter that year. And they're out there with their summer uniforms. It was the Russian winter that got them, basically.
Truman-based strategies for the United States on history.
Oh, that helps out.
It helps, huh?
Because we
Most
did
often.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you. No. So now, would you have something else there?
Oh, yes, I do have something else.
See, I knew you did have something else. You went to
Right.
this.
Very smart.
You feel any time to come in. You went to a meeting
I did.
in LaRange, Massachusetts, right?
Yes, it was.
Is that up on high or down low? It's on Route 2, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful Route 2.
It's in the section of Route 2 that's no longer a divided highway.
Oh,
So
exciting.
it's way far out.
It's exciting.
Way far out.
You didn't go to the hairpin turn, did you?
No.
Oh, that's brutal.
There's a couple of them, though.
Oh, it's exciting. I like the one where you walk over to New York State and you go, you don't know what's
pretty
coming.
much.
Jeez. All right, go ahead.
All
Ray.
right. So the Mass Wildlife is considering putting a small, very small colony of timber rattlesnakes on an island in the Quabbin Reservoir. It does have some people a little afraid of it. However, there are some facts that some people seem to forget, which is one, they don't reproduce very fast in this area of the country,
Especially in public.
in anywhere.
Modest snake.
Modern snakes, we love it.
Extremely.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Two, they need a very specific type of
Environment?
area to hibernate in, and that's not found everywhere in this state. And three, the population, there are 5 rattlesnake colonies in Massachusetts right now.
What's the total? You know the total number?
Probably less than 200 snakes.
I never met a snake I didn't like.
If there were not a problem with the rattlesnakes breeding, then they would be expanding where they are now, and they're not. They're disappearing
Why is there
at an
a problem?
alarming rate.
Why is there a problem? People killing them? Or?
People killing them. They go out into the roads because two of the big areas that they're in are very close to roads and humans, and they are either getting killed by humans or getting killed by cars when they go out in the summer to bask on the road. Cars run them over. It's unfortunate it happens, but what they're trying to do is they're trying to establish a small colony on what is called Mount Zion in the Quabbin Reservoir, which is off limits to the public. They're saying at most no more than 25 snakes.
Who's saying no more than 25?
Mass Wildlife is saying that come time.
Well, how many do they have now?
They're in the state or that they're planning on.
No, how many do
They
have
haven't
in
released
their
any yet.
control? No, how many in their control do they have? So far?
That I don't know, but they have taken some from the sites that are in Massachusetts already, and they're starting to. They want to breed them and winter them at Roger Williams Park Zoo in Rhode Island, and release them. Once they're strong enough and big enough to deter most predators, they want to release them onto this island.
How big are these snakes?
Over 2 winters, they'll probably get maybe 2 to 3 feet long.
We can
The
handle
max size is probably 4.5 feet long for a male.
that. Like Sammy Davis Jr. Like
Yeah.
Sammy Davis Jr. Remember? him?
Yeah.
You were quite that short.
Okay, sorry. He was 4'8".
That's better.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
No, and personally, I think it's a great idea.
Well, you happen to have a few
I
snakes.
happen to have quite a few snakes.
Your boyfriend
However,
is one, right?
yeah,
Thank you. Go no. How many snakes do you currently have?
52.
Well, they're having a party, aren't they?
Yes, we are.
One more time.
They have their own bedroom.
Wow. Jeez.
They have their own bedroom.
So there are no clogged toilets in your development.
No.
then?
No, sir. No, sir. They go right here and rotor it.
But the thing that people need to remember is that in Massachusetts, there have been no rattlesnake deaths since colonial times.
I remember.
There are bites, but usually that's
childhood.
from people stepping on them or actively seeking them out and touching them when
Well,
they
that's pretty
obviously don't want to
stupid,
be
isn't it?
touched. Preaching to the choir here. But in any case, I think it's a good idea. And no, putting these snakes on Mount Zion will not cause them to reproduce like crazy and swim to shore and kill everybody in a 10-mile radius.
Did they have a rabbi on Mount Zion, by the way?
I have no idea.
Would you want to take care of that rabbi? Jesus. Well,
You've never formally ordained me.
What? Don't
know
worry
that.
about it. I'll print something up.
All right.
Passover's coming, and
We'll work on that for next show.
Thank you. All right. Do you have something else you wanted to do? You have a
No, that's
a
okay.
review. You
No,
have
we'll
a
go on.
review.
No,
Give
I
her-
didn't actually do it because I thought we were only going to be doing.
What's the name of the place?
What, the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called Hostage.
Okay. We have a interview we're going to run. It's a Skype interview I did with a Jake Goodman who lives near Washington, D.C. He has his own weather blog, and I did this about 2 weeks ago. Okay, so let's run that. Thank you.
www.jakesweather.com.
You put this out every day?
Yes, I put out my own forecast every day and newsreel filled with various weather stories
All right.
and climate change stories.
Climate change. Is the climate changing? I had no. Didn't you play a softball yesterday in the palm trees there?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't. All right. Okay. It must have been me. Okay, so I have a few questions for you. How did you get interested in meteorology?
Well, simply because it was a like a lot of people interested in meteorology. I was 3 years old and I was looking out at the clouds and I thought to myself, this is interesting. Let's dig deeper.
You did it.
And
I did it at 7.
And then when I was 12 years old, I thought, why not take this interest to the next level? I created my own website, which is what this is, jakesweather.com.
So you already said what you can get off of it, right? You got the weather for. Is it the whole country or basically
It is
Washington?
Basically, I forecast only for areas by request
Oh,
for it. So basically, people will have to request if they want the forecast for that city. I do forecast for 9 different locations every day, and that it at least 9 locations every day, because those are the 9 locations this company out of New York requests that we send data to. It's called My Weather Concierge. We provide forecast solutions for their app, and that is basically why we are so good at this.
where is this company, in New York?
Well, it's the company headquarters in New York City, but we have like people working out of their houses for their weather forecasters for other various weather agencies like Jake's Weather Blog,
Really?
but other agencies, and they're all over the country.
What's the name of the company?
My Weather Concierge. Look up our app. Buy it on iTunes. Well, no, it's free on iTunes and Android. You just have to pay 99 cents to subscribe to me.
Okay. So what college are you enrolled in?
Oh, I am currently at a community college around here called Montgomery College in Rockville, Maryland, but I will be transferring to either Towson University or University of Maryland this fall.
So Towson, where? That's not Towson State, is it?
Towson University or University of Maryland this fall.
So what do you think of the winter? If you take out that big snow, what do you think of the winter so far?
I think it's really shaping up to be an interesting one. We have had tremendous amounts of snow, at least around here, but I must say, with the way the temperature patterns are, it's quite abnormally warm.
Yeah.
At least in the beginning, and
But
even
still,
now,
it still is up here. But we're running, what the heck, 6.5 degrees above normal per day for February. December was out of sight. The January wasn't chilly, and this one even, it's gotten cold now, but it's still way above. It's the winter that didn't occur.
It is. I would say that it's basically the groundhog was very much so right about an early spring.
The little rodent. Yeah, but we never had winter, so he couldn't be wrong, could he?
Yeah. You know.
What's it going? Go ahead.
They make the forecast for him anyway.
Yeah. What about? How cold is it going to be there Sunday? Because here it's going to be below 0 in the morning.
Well, here it's actually going to be like a couple of degrees above 0, but not going below 0.
What a shame.
Like wind chills here below 0, but not, you know.
They're going for possibly a record low in Boston on Sunday.
Yeah, like I hear.
I think was a -3, 4, something like that. I think it is. Plus the wind, it feels great. I thought I'd sit out on the porch and you know. Did you notice the sun angles come up already?
Yes.
So that it snows during the day, and when the clouds are thin or just the disk is visible, the snow starts melting. As long as it's in the sun.
Right.
Yeah.
But and in your where you are, there you guys normally would get more snow.
Yeah, last year we did it over. We were way over. But if you add the two together and divide by 2, I guess we're around normal. Strange way to do it.
Right.
Yeah, we usually get more. But the Cape's been getting more snow. Because they stick out into the ocean. Cape Cod.
Right, of course.
Yeah. Do you still have snow on the ground?
We don't have any snow on the ground, actually. Well, the warm temperatures have all made it so that the above freezing temperatures have melted away. So what do you think about the as far as, you know, the climate crisis right now in Flint.
I think that probably these people should be, they should be kicked out. They probably, maybe they can be brought up on charges. I mean, what the hell are you saving money and knowing that there's lead in there?
Right.
You know, ridiculous. It's probably not the only place in the country. Now we found money. Yeah, right. But I don't know what they're doing. It's all political now. Don't worry. EPA's on the job. That should clear. Yeah, that almost clear it up. We'll be looking for scapegoats. There's a lot of them.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
So, do you think, by the statistics of this winter, do you think we have a chance of having an abnormally high hurricane season?
No, I don't know how to do that. Well, I know winter bears on, no, it's spring bears on summer, fall bears on winter, but I've never heard of winter bearing on summer.
Well,
So I don't know. We've had a what? The last few years has been not. Well, last year was nothing. Jeez.
may I mention that we also, at Jake's Weather blog, we have a weather history section that we put out every once a week.
I'm sorry, you can't mention that. You already did. Okay. What else do you have on there? Stop that. What else do you have on there?
It's basically, we have a photo gallery of every picture that is weather related.
See that? He agrees. Okay. Well, he's giving me the hook, and I want to thank you for appearing. Now, I'll let you know when this is coming out. All right.
Okay.
And good luck at school, and don't do any more hurting of anything. You know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Bye. All right. That takes care of our interview for this week, and now we have the one and only Rabbi Barry Rosenberry. He has a second song, and I hear that this is really brilliant.
Oh,
I have it on bad. I have it on bad authority, but go ahead.
Anyway, this song is in response to your request
Yes.
about hearing something Bobby Darin sang.
Yes.
Bobby Darin didn't sing this, but in the late 50s, he might have.
Well, when do we call
It's
him
my
up?
song called A Good Time. Did I dress too loud? Was my hair in place? Was I looking good or did I fall flat on my face? Used to fuss and fret when a date was done. Now my biggest question is, did I have fun? I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to have a good time. Don't know about you, but I'm here to have a good time. Did I come on strong? Was I kind of cool? Quiet as a mouse, or did I ramble like a fool? That's how I'd review every rendezvous. Now I ask myself, what did it do for you? I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to have a good time. Don't know about you, but I'm here to have a good time. Looking back, I acted like a dope. I'm the only one who put my life under a microscope. Looking back, I acted like a dope. I'm the only one who put my life under a microscope. Talking about a date, talking about a job, talking about a life which I was taking much too hard. Filling up my plate, then I'm digging in. I'm gonna eat my fill, and baby, that's no sin. I'm here to have a good time. I'm here to have a good time. Don't know about you. Don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I'm here to have a good time. Thank you.
Will you marry married to Sandra Dee at the time? Wasn't that who he was married
You
to?
know, now that you mention it, I was.
Was, okay. Good old Sandra. All right, so you have anything else to add? Because the excitement is killing me. Oh, by the way, can you explain to me what a good time is? I don't know anymore. I just don't know.
Ed, watch one of your shows and you'll have one.
Have a good time. All right, next week we'll be back again. We have 3 shows in March. I know, please. And we're going to have an interview next week with a Skype interview with Chicago Windler, who's the chief meteorologist in Austin, Texas. All right. So until this time, that time, next time, bye. Who wrote this stuff? I don't know.
Ed Sullivan is dead, but Cohen isn't. And when it comes to weather, Cohen's smart. As New York as you get, his money's on the Mets, which goes to show that Ed's a Joe who always bets his heart. There's Niki and there's Audrey for some banter, and Canterbury chants a pair of songs. There's weather news and shtick, enough to make you sick. You'll be glad you came along.